Hello, everybody. I need to figure things out. Oh no, it's too high. Hope everyone's doing okay. Hello, Carol. How are you doing? Yeah, trying to set everything up. I got good news and I got bad news. What is the bad news? What up, DJ? You cute bitch. What is the news? I was watching Markiplier. Oh. Also, I just saw your message about how you got your history. I was like, man, I want to do that. I want to see how much I've spent, how much money I've wasted. And I was like, oh, never mind. I'm not doing that. Here. I'm trying to I'm gonna open up. I got this new way to do things, and I have to open up Stream Manager so I can actually see the text, or I'm looking up something. Okay, I think I need desk audio on now. The bad news is while at the up, I don't know that word. I'm sorry. Getting my peepers probed, I had the sudden urge to throw up. Luckily, I made it to the bathroom in time. That was mid testing, by the way. Oh my god. Oh, I know what that word is now. I just can't say it because I get tongue tied easily. Yeah, dude, the new setup, I love it. The eye doctor, yeah. The new setup, I'm trying to get used to it. Y'all can tell every time I look up, y'all can kind of see my eyes trying to be trapped, just looking up. Let me click over to YouTube, make sure that's going well at the moment. Gonna double check that because I'm streaming on YouTube as well, because I know I won't get in trouble with no copyright, baby. I hope I set this up right too, because I have no clue how to set this up right. No description. The good news is my new glasses will arrive to 7 to 10 days. Gross. So 5 to 10 business days. No, but what kind of glasses did you get? Like, did you get one with like, do you have to have big lenses, or do you just like chill out? Don't have to worry about much. Not business days? Oh, just 7 to 10 days. Okay. Oh, so you get them pretty quickly then. Also, I found out that my buddy, him and his fiance, will literally watch me on their TV, and I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, we're fishing in Europe. Yeah. We're not. Well, to be fair, I ordered my chair on Monday and I got it back today. Or yeah, I got it today. So I guess, and you know, it's not inefficient really. I mean, it's a pretty quick way to get a chair. Only 4 days. So, what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and swap over because I'm ready. You talking about us? No. Yeah, America. It takes a long ass time to get stuff. This is what we're doing today. We're gonna be doing a little bit of horror. Do a little bit of horror. No. Zala, thank you for the 8 months in a row. You the best. Yeah. I need to get a new thing because I don't like those. I want someone. I need a creator that knows how to do things because I do not. Yeah, I am actually. I gotta figure out how to do this. I haven't done this in a while. No, we're going through and watching scary stuff today. I want to watch scary stuff. I haven't watched scary stuff in a while. I haven't done this in a while. I've been getting back into the scary stuff. No, we're going through and watching scary stuff today. I'm getting ready for this spooky. I've been getting back into the scary stuff. Also, DJ, if you would, go over to YouTube and see if everything's okay. Also, DJ, if you don't have to, but just over to the YouTube and see if everything's okay. Trying to see if everything come up, but just will do, boss. Shut up. Also, you're echoing. Trying to see if everything come up. Why am I echoing? Oh. Shut up. I don't know why I would be echoing. Why am I echoing? Am I still echoing? Oh, that's why. I had it open over here. Trying to check it out. It's fine. You know, we're not. Here's the thing, even in Europe, glass is expensive as shit, like 400 euros for 2 pairs. That's with free second pair and insurance. I don't know. 400 euro? That's, I mean, even in US, that's a lot of money just for glasses. Hey, YouTube. Ah, sick. Yes. I don't look at it enough to know if it's okay or not. But yeah, 400 euros is kind of insane. Because, I mean, euro is not that much different from a, what's it called? From just basic, USD. I smart. Alrighty. If y'all want, y'all can actually pick which one I watch. I can do short ones, long ones, whatever. I kind of want. We're definitely gonna watch this short horror film. It kind of looks sick, but as you can see, we've watched a lot of these. 11 creepy. I'm not watching that. That looks stupid. But if not, I'm literally just gonna go to Nuke Top 5s because they always give awesome stuff. We didn't even finish this. But if not, nah, I'm probably just gonna watch the Nuke's Top 5. Honestly, one of the best horror or any top 5 things. Oh my god, they were awesome. They never miss out. I don't hear anything. I'm just gonna play. Let me turn my heater on. A little bit chilly in here. All right, we're watching this.
A woman named Ray says that her family has experienced many strange things since they moved into their new home. Ray says that the house's basement is especially creepy.
But then again, I got blue light filtered and apparently I have an expensive taste. Also, it's a pretty big correction in the US. I could technically be considered legally blind. Oh my god. Why are you blind as shit? Like, I knew you wore glasses because I've seen your face on the Discord, but still. I didn't think you was gonna be that blind. Gah. I do like those glasses you got now though, the circle lenses.
She says that even on warm days, the temperature down there is always freezing. And she says that she feels like something is watching her when she's down there. Even weirder, the family often hears strange, unexplained sounds coming from the basement.
Oh, hell no. It was me.
But things in their house get even weirder after Ray buys her son Andrew a creepy large Elmo balloon. You see, the balloon seems to move around the house with a mind of its own.
To be fair what? You're knocking on people's doors? They invaded my space. They were way off the new correction though. I must pop.
Come here.
Look at a little tickle me Elmo bit. That motherfucker just started walking. That little motherfucker started walking.
Inexplicably, the balloon often just seems to head directly toward their basement door.
Literally stopped at the basement door.
Need to play games.
Come to negotiate, eh? Have you, you slimy git?
Weirdly,
Look what I got.
Ray says that
I
the
got a
balloon
joke. Yeah.
entered the basement
Scary
door.
games? Yes.
And guess what?
I want to get back into scary
Sorry.
games. Okay, let's find a reasonable thing for this. I like debunking things. I'm a huge paranormal fan. Y'all know this. But do y'all think it just could be like a little draft coming from underneath the basement door? Because that's the first thing my mind goes to. Like, first thing my mind goes to is there's a draft under that door or a pressure difference that's changing things.
Andrew. Andrew.
Yo, their house is sick. Is that Deku?
So the obvious thought here is, well,
Or
it's
their house
just a
may be
balloon
on a
caught in
hill with
draft
uneven
and
flooring.
doing
Yeah.
balloon stuff. But things get even.
Is that Deku? Hold up. That's motherfucking Deku, right? Or am I just stupid? Like, that's 100%. Oh, y'all can't see it. Hold up. Overlay. That's motherfucking Deku, right? Yeah, either probably that or we're gonna leave that off.
Balloon caught in a draft and doing balloon stuff. But things get even weirder because it seems the creepy Elmo balloon isn't content to only roam the downstairs. One night, the family dogs start going nuts and Ray goes to investigate. What she finds chills her to her core.
Babe.
Now this was a little weird. That's creepy, dude. Ah. This is the type of shit I'd laugh my ass off at. I would have been like, honestly, I would have done shot the balloon. Imagine it just fucking flew up there. Oh, hell no. Like, that motherfucker is stepping. He's like holding on to the handrails and everything. I'm not gonna be able to look at Elmo now.
What the?
So now the obvious question is, Why doesn't she just pop the balloon, throw it in the trash, and be done? But Ray says that her son is very attached to the balloon and refuses to let them take it away. So the creepy Elmo balloon
Bro, you don't
stays.
get to go back. I
But
think I.
Ray
Yeah, no.
says
I think
that
she hit the light switch. I don't see a light switch by him. But it flickers. That's the thing. It flickers on and off.
So now the obvious question is, why doesn't she just pop the balloon, throw it in the trash, and be done? But Ray says that her son is very attached to the balloon and refuses to let them take it away. So the creepy Elmo balloon stays. But Ray will
Fuck my
soon
son. I'm not
seriously
doing that.
regret this decision.
You better tell him to grow up here and get a new balloon. Yeah, for real. Get a different Elmo balloon. I don't know why I just got major anxiety. Like I'm like, what the fuck is about to happen? He got a book in his way. Nah, dog. Like, this is insane. This would never happen to me. My dog would straight up maul that balloon. Wait, what just happened? Whoa, what? Huh? I heard a thump. Like, did the door do something? Just for fun? No.
Did you see it?
No.
A strangely shaped forehead seems to be peeking around the top edge of the basement
I
door.
thought that was a
When
fucking
slowed
light.
down, we can even see what looks like a bizarre set of dark eyes and the bridge of a nose. So is Ray's house haunted by an entity that is manipulating this Elmo balloon?
I thought that was one of
Or
the
is it
silly
all
titties.
just an elaborate hoax? You decide. What
Look,
the
that's a-
just happened?
Hmm.
Now these next clips are videos that have no real explanation. They were either uploaded without a source or info, or the people in the video just can't explain what happened either. So, in this first video, a
Don't
woman
you
is riding her
dare.
bike down a street in Brazil. And then,
How dare you?
what the just happened?
I'm an
Now, just a
asshole.
quick note for YouTube content guidelines here. This woman was not seriously hurt.
Yeah,
She actually
YouTube, you
falls
hear
off the
that?
bike right behind this post right there. And then the bike takes off for the moon, apparently. Now, this was sent in
What's up?
as a paranormal video, but I'm thinking the bike got hung up on a cable or something. But no idea why it flies 50 feet in the air. So
But here's the
you tell-
thing. Look, let me see. You can watch, like, right here. You can see the electrical lines move, but these don't.
sent in as a paranormal video, but I'm thinking the bike got hung up on a cable or something. But no idea why it flies 50 feet in the
That's
air.
definitely what happened.
So you tell me.
I remember when I was young, these videos would terrify me. Hey, there's still
Now,
videos
this next
on
clip
here
comes from the
that
podcast
it
Grown Up
terrifies
Kids,
me.
hosted by brother and sister Seth and Jesse.
I'm Jesse,
I'm Seth.
and we're siblings,
We are.
and we have a podcast.
It's not a paranormal podcast, and they've never posted or even mentioned anything supernatural. But then one day, while recording, this.
I am stupid good at the game. What was that?
I don't know, but it scared me.
Yeah. Wait, I'm being so serious.
I don't know, but I'm scared.
I would have shit
That
myself.
sounded like a dinosaur. What do we do?
I don't even.
I like that. I like that. I'm gonna have to check out their podcast. I like that.
What the frick was that?
I can't even begin to imagine what.
Like the pipes or something?
Okay, so it either sounded like
I thought someone was playing music. Thank
I-
God you were here, because
No.
if that happened while I was home alone, I would have literally pooped my pants.
Same.
As you can tell from their reaction, Jesse and Seth have no clue what they just heard. But it
I just
totally
did poop my
freaks
pants.
them out.
Run, bitch,
To
run!
this day, they say they have no idea what this sound was. And Jessie says that she has never heard this sound in her home before this incident or since. So you tell me what you think this sound is.
I am stupid good at the game.
It kind of sounds like a
What
violin.
was that?
Like a. That's how they make like horror
This next
movie
video from
sounds.
Brazil
It's
was
about
uploaded
a
without a
violin.
description, and the uploader didn't respond to any of the thousands of comments and questions.
Those
Now,
nasty
I have
feet
many
outta here.
questions of my own,
Blech.
but we'll get to that after the video. Check it out.
Is that a skunk?
Que é isso aqui? O quê? Nossa, tira eu daqui! Ai, ele tá andando! Tá andando! Ele tá seguindo você! Ele tá seguindo! Ui, gente!
What the fuck
Olha o
is-
pelo dele!
Heavy duty worker cables could have just been the answer to my last clip. Yeah.
Assim, cara!
Saiu uma par dele.
Ah! Que isso, macho? Menino, tira a mão lá, que pegou!
What the heck is that?
Para!
Is that a
Não
wig?
põe a mão, meu. Não põe a mão. Não põe. Ui, se mexeu. Olha o cheiro que tá. Por que você mexeu? Olha o fedor que
It's a
tem.
skunk.
Jesus.
It looks like a skunk.
Menino do céu.
Heavy
Pega
duty
isso
worker
aí, joga pra
cable
lá com a
could be
peneira.
have been the answer to the last clip. Possibly.
Pega isso logo. Ai, tá amarrado. Tá amarrado. Puxa pela corda, ó. Ui.
So something weird and kind of scary is sitting at the bottom of the pool.
I wouldn't
But
say
what is it?
scary,
How did
but-
it get there? And more importantly, how do you even get in the pool and not notice that thing? Either way, I have no idea what that is, and neither does anyone in the video's comments. So tell me what you think it is down in my comments.
Very nutsack.
Tá andando, ó.
A spooky
Hey,
tale.
we'll see you looking around here,
Maggie
bitch.
Gann says that she has experienced a few strange things around
Me
her
again.
house.
So in the upstairs of my house,
They must be
the-
blind,
there's
just like
two
me.
rooms. Both of the doors open and close all the time by itself.
So one day, Maggie is casually filming a cute video
Pussy.
of her cat, Onyx, when suddenly something happens that is truly bizarre.
Oh shit!
Now, at first, Maggie
Nah,
doesn't
that-
even notice
that
anything
cat was
odd and even
cool.
laughs at what she thinks is just the cat being weird. Or,
That
well,
cat was
just
cool.
being a cat. But
Pussy
when she
going
watches
crazy.
the video back, she notices that the cat's tail seems to
Nah,
be
that's just
yanked
normal cat
by
behavior.
some
It
invisible
looks like it was
force.
being
The
grabbed.
video went viral, and no one can really explain just what happened to the cat. But what do you think?
I don't have a cat, so I don't know if that's normal behavior or not. String? I don't know if that's string or
If
not.
you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com.
I don't feel like string would do that though.
TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. Unwelcome guest. At the end of last year, French single mother Alex and her son moved into a new home. The house was remodeled from the remains of an old church, and it was built right on top of what used to be an old graveyard. Shortly after moving in, Alex begins to hear the creepy sound of someone walking through her home. But when she
Clean
looks,
your
she finds
children's
nothing and no
room.
one to explain these strange footsteps. Late one night, Alex is lying in bed when she suddenly hears something that is downright chilling.
What language is that? French? Oh. I don't think I've ever seen actual French writing. Let me translate? Nah, I got my phone. Oh. No. It kind of blinded me, but okay. Thanks. Look at the cat just watching him. Like, Mom, you hear that shit? The TV being stuck. I've come to reach you about your car extended warranty. Why the hell is the TV? Ah, heck no, dude. Get that away. Hey, look at the mirror.
Alex hears a child's voice calling out, "Mama?" from somewhere, even though her son is fast asleep in his room. She hears the voice again from downstairs, "Mama," and she goes down to investigate.
Murder all send it back to the pits
Alex
of
is
hell where it
horrified
came
when she
from.
discovers the piano in her living room is playing all
No,
by itself,
no,
and
no.
her TV has inexplicably just turned on.
That's straight
Books come falling out of the
chills
cabinet,
down
and
the
a chair rocks
spine.
back and forth, almost as if someone or something is sitting and watching her. Understandably, Alex says she couldn't sleep the rest of the night. But
Duh.
unfortunately for Alex, things are about to get even creepier.
Oh shit,
One
there's
night,
more?
Alex returns home from walking their dog. Her son is away at his dad's and her home should be empty. But as she heads toward the house, she notices something that sends a chill down her spine.
Oh yeah. Look, if you're gonna live in a place that had a bunch of dead people, it's a thief. If you're gonna live in a place with a bunch of dead people and think you're not gonna get haunted, you've changed their church into a house. You're going to get haunted. That's just how it is.
C'est une blague. C'est une blague.
Not she gonna die. She dead.
Mais je veux pas. Oh, regarde. Faut que j'aille voir. J'aille voir, c'est pas possible.
A dark figure can be seen inside the house, and Alex is frozen in fear as the strange shape seems to head toward her son's room. Luckily, her son isn't home, and the shadow just disappears. Now, no one was found inside the house or on the property. Cut to another night, and Alex and her young son are having a nice, quiet evening at home. Suddenly, this happens.
Viens, bébé, viens.
Yeah, for real. She's still there. Burn the bear. Burn the bear. Burn the bear. Nope. What the hell? Said he want to unalive itself for real. Bear's about to get burnt.
A
Now
teddy
the bear's
bear
about to
in her
get
son's
penetrated.
bedroom seems to
Ew.
creepily wiggle around all on its own. But the worst is yet to come. One night, when Alex is once again completely alone at home, the paranormal activity in her house becomes absolutely terrifying.
Ooh. Hey, bitch. Have you ever thought about turning a light on? There you go. Oh, I'm so proud. Huh? I'd rather live on the streets. I don't know why she would stay.
With everything that
this
has
much
happened,
is
Alex
going on-
believes that her home is haunted
No.
and is now actively looking for help. But what do you think is going on here? Could the creepy events in Alex's home have anything to do with its history? Perhaps some spirit from the old graveyard that the house is built on? Let me know what you think.
For real.
Room 205. A woman named Tracy works at a mid-sized hotel in Pekin, Illinois. Lately, she says that many of the hotel guests have had complaints about one particular room.
Okay, so I'm here at work tonight, and we have workers that come here that work on the railroad. I checked in 5 of them, and the second floor is where they usually go because that's where all the king suites are at. Well, they're all saying, please don't put me in room 205. I'm like, okay, what's wrong with 205? And not one of them would tell me what was wrong with 205. So, how about me and you, all of us, go up to
No.
room 205
No.
and see why
Go
no
away.
one wants to
Go away, bitch.
rent that room.
I want
So
that.
Tracy films as she heads up to check out the hotel's mysterious
Now, the
room
quote-unquote thing
205.
up the stairs couldn't have
Walking up there
been
now.
coming up because the noise doesn't get any closer.
Going up the
Yeah.
steps.
It definitely was running away, if
All
anything.
right.
This is how people get possessed. Exactly. What's everything blurred out?
It's like really cold in here, though. Like, really cold. And the air's not even on. I mean, I don't see anything. So maybe we can sit. Yeah, the air and stuff's not on.
Turn the heat on,
Maybe
then,
sit in
bitch.
the dark. See if we can hear something.
That is the dumbest thing I've
I
ever
don't know.
heard
I don't know what
anyone
else to
say.
do. I'm gonna probably lose all my views for my people watching, but okay, let's do this.
Oh yeah, let's sit in the dark where down there. Fucking stupid. I don't know.
Oh, all right, no, I'm out. I'm out.
Tracy quickly finds out why room 205 is so
Hello,
unpopular.
Qua.
The room is eerily cold, and when she turns off the lights, some creepy little voice from the darkness whispers, "Hey."
What are you doing, Qua?
All right, no, I'm out. I'm out. Okay. guess I just got my answer. Oh my god. Going back to the front.
After many requests from
just finished
viewers,
shower.
Tracy says
Ooh,
that
nice.
even though the incident freaked her
Oh,
out,
wait.
she plans to
It's
go
not
back
working.
and investigate
I don't
the
know how
room
to get it to
again
work.
very
I think I
soon.
gotta actually turn it on.
The hospital visitor.
And I
Reddit
haven't
user
actually
Chosen
found
12803
a bread
posted to the
icon.
Nukes Top 5 subreddit about a strange
Thought I turned it off.
experience that his sister had while visiting a hospital in Panama back in
You have to sign in every
2020.
time. Blech.
Chosen's sister was at the hospital to visit her ailing father. Now, this was during the peak of so hospital hallways were cleared out of all but close family members and essential personnel. However, the woman says that even though she was all alone in the hospital hall, she kept feeling very odd, almost as if someone was watching her. Then she spotted something very creepy at the end of the hall.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. Oh, hell no. Like a little alien poking out. Oh.
Some strange white figure seems to be peeking out at her from the end of the hallway.
I'm
She
not going to
films
say
as
what
she
it
heads
is,
right toward
but
the bizarre
Americans know what a
peeking
white
shape.
figure looks like. Why they cover COVID? I don't know. It doesn't look like COVID time. It looks older.
When
Just
she checks the
slowly
spot,
turns around.
There's nothing there. Just an empty hall and some medical equipment. But
Wait,
without knowing,
I
her
thought I
camera did
saw
pick up a
something.
strange little unexplained moan.
Hold on.
Almost
not-
like a child.
You not see that? Like, do they not see this? Is it just me? Because, like, that looks like something that's not supposed to be in a hospital. Or am I just crazy? I think I'm just crazy.
But she still can't shake that creepy feeling that she has about the hospital hallway. She films herself as something seems to move her
I
hair.
didn't see it. Look back. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Right here. As soon as she looks like this. Like, this makes me think that's what the noise was. Or it could just be medical equipment.
But she still can't shake that creepy feeling that she has about the hospital hallway. She films herself as something seems to move her hair around. Now, her hair moves around a bit, but
my
maybe
cousin.
that was
Shut
just
up.
a draft. And her hair is not where you should be looking in this clip, because
Oh,
did you
shit!
see it? Back down the empty hall, just over her shoulder, you can once again see some strange tall white figure peeking out at her.
It's
But
just a
this
white dude in the
time,
background
she
just
doesn't
stalking
even
her.
Notice.
I don't know,
Reddit
that's
user
kinda even
Chosen
scarier.
12803 says that his sister sent him the video, and he pointed out to her that whatever was in the hall was still watching her the entire time. AI photobomb from beyond. So this next story requires a quick bit of explanation. So the phone app CapCut allows you to upload a small picture of a person or object, and then it uses AI to expand the background of the picture, making it larger. The AI creates an imaginary larger scene around the picture and then includes the smaller picture into the larger photo. So just to try the app out, a woman named Geneva put a small picture of her dog and cat sitting on the couch into the app. The app produced an impressive large AI background, but something about it was a bit strange. For some reason, the program added some unknown AI-generated woman into the picture.
Ooh, no.
At first, Geneva was confused as to why the AI added some random stranger into her picture. But as she took a closer look at the photo the AI created, she realized that the unknown woman looked almost exactly like her deceased mom. Even
Oh,
stranger,
no.
Geneva says that she had just had a conversation about her mom right before trying this AI photo app. So did the AI somehow tap into something supernatural? Or is it just a very bizarre coincidence? You decide.
So sad.
Waving goodbye. Proud mother Renee Brown is relaxing at home one night with her 1-year-old daughter
Oh, you
Maya.
for that reason.
Suddenly,
Yeah.
the little girl starts to act very strange.
Okay, so we're at home. It's just me and my daughter.
Why is her daughter
Um,
sitting like that?
I don't know what is going on, but she is like, she's acting super
She's just
weird.
listening
She
to
keeps
every
peering over
conversation.
the couch, and it looks like she's looking at something. What's wrong? Like, there's literally nothing there. Oh, what are you looking at? Oh my god.
Bye. Bye.
Mm-mm. Nope. Nope.
Hey.
이거.
Oh,
Bye.
Maya, what are you waving at? Okay, this is so bizarre. It's like she can see something
This
and
is
she's
why kids creep me the hell out.
scared of it.
Little Maya is upset and seems to be scared of something or someone on the
Kill
other
the
side
demon,
of
baby.
the room. Maya even waves bye-bye to whatever she sees, seemingly
You go.
hoping that it will take the hint and just leave. Concerned mom Renee says that she has no idea why her baby was acting that way. She says that little Maya has never done anything like that before or since.
I had never, I swear, I've never seen her act like that ever before. It honestly well and truly freaked me the F out. I was so scared. I was home alone.
Renee says that as far as she knows, no one has passed away in the house and that there haven't been any recent deaths in her family. However, she says that she wouldn't mind if the incident was paranormal, as long as the visitor was one particular spirit.
When I was Maya's age, well, I was 2, my daughter's 1, I lost my dad. He was 19 years old. He was
Oh.
very, very young.
Why you gotta make
It was
something
quite
scary
horrible,
sad?
Although I didn't understand it at my age that I was. But, I mean, if he was coming to visit her and say hello, happy days. That'd be beautiful.
So, just what do you think was upsetting little Maya?
I don't
And
know.
just who or what?
I let my
was
family
she
members know
waving
I
at?
would drop kick them.
Let me know what you think.
When the video ends, search
Dead
up
man
animated
walking.
scary
Sage is
stories.
at work late one
Okay.
night after closing when one of her coworkers glances at the parking lot CCTV cameras and notices something very spooky.
Yo, what?
Yeah, they get like anytime you get in the light, they disappear. So it's only when that is legit a ghost.
Yeah, because like
That is a person walking, and
that for sure is something like.
An eerie, pale, translucent figure can be seen just walking from one side of the parking lot to the other. Now, the workers have no idea what this could be, and they haven't seen this strange figure again since this incident. Scurry videos. So now
Scurry.
for something a bit lighter.
Why
These
don't
are
she got
videos
pants
that
on?
started out scary, but then they took a weird turn
Hey, yo,
toward
who let my
something
grandma out?
completely goofy. First up, this guy was waking up to strange noises in his bedroom late at night, so he set up a motion sensing camera to monitor him as he slept. Around the third night, something showed up.
I've seen this video.
In this next video, a young
He's like,
woman
"Hey,
named
Dad,
Priscilla
I'm
spots
hungry."
something absolutely terrifying.
Nah,
and
we don't need
it's
to watch
right
that.
next to her head.
So you said
I just
anime.
Wait, no, I'm still scared. What's going on? Oh, it's my bun, y'all. No, babe, you have to watch this on.
Which one? This is an hour long. Which one do you want, Kiro? Any of them? We'll go with the shorter one. And then we'll meet up with DJ and Halo to play something.
This happened about 20 years ago. I was 9 years old at the time, but my parents have also told me their side of this story on a bunch of different occasions, so that should help. My parents are both biologists. They met at work, and from there it was history. The place where they worked at the time was a government building dedicated to biology research, used in government projects.
Hey Grandma,
turned
thanks
towards
for
the public.
breakfast. Wait,
Meaning they were the
Grandma.
ones studying the environment and making environmental protection laws around their studies. This being a massive old government building, it always had a security guard present, day and night. During the day, these security guards would mostly just stay at the reception and greet people, but at night, they would go do their rounds and make sure there were no intruders, because of all the science equipment and computers kept in the building. Initially, one of the guards seemed like the nicest person. He was always really nice to me, and frankly, all the memories I have from him before this were really nice. He would greet me and talk to me in the nicest way every time my parents brought me to work. He would make me paper planes, which he was surprisingly good at. And
Bro
throw them
looks like a
around with me.
crackhead.
And he would stay with me at the reception on days my parents had to work in the night. Obviously for me, that would get really boring really fast, so he'd keep me company and entertain me. Mostly we would talk, play with the paper planes, and watch TV. It all
The
seemed nice
Grinch.
enough. Nice enough for my parents to trust him with me, which was probably their biggest mistake. One night, my parents
Did he
had to
touch
work
you?
even later than usual.
I think he
it
touched
was
you.
around 10 p.m. and they were still at it. So this guy
Are you
who was
gonna
on the
end up
night
being a
shift decided to
serial
take me
killer?
around the building with him to do his rounds. We started on the top floor, checking all the rooms in the exterior part of the roof. Every room was so dark that I always stay a little behind and
he's a
wait for him to turn on the
chomo.
lights. Then we stepped down to the second floor where my parents' office and labs were. We checked the opposite side of the building, going into labs with massive extractors, microscopes, and every kind of science equipment you might think of. We walked down the stairs to the first floor, where most of the administration rooms were. I still remember seeing some maps on the walls, and embalmed fish everywhere, serving as decorations. The first floor was all clear, so it was time to check the 2 basement levels. I thought it would have made sense to check the labs on the right side first, as the left side had a flight of stairs at the end, leading up to where my parents were, but for some reason, he decided we go check that side first. We checked all the labs, but I noticed his pace was accelerating, and he was starting to look and sound happier. Excited even.
It looks like Gregory
Once
from
again,
FNAF.
we checked all the labs, all the corners from one end to the other, turning the lights on ahead of us and turning them off behind us when we left. When we got to the last area, he turned all the lights on and he went inside. There were 3 separate offices on each side of the lab, and on the first one, he hurried towards the printer, opened it up, took out 2 pieces of paper, and made 2 quick paper planes. That's when everything changed. He picked up one of the planes, went outside of the office, and threw it towards the end of the room. Then he told me the one he just threw was mine and that we could throw them around in there. I ran to the other side of the room to pick my plane up, excited to play with it, and suddenly the lights went off. When I turned around to check what was happening, I saw him getting out of the lab and turning the lights off and locking the door.
Fuck?
I ran to the door, punched it and kicked it while screaming for him to open it. Panic taking over me because of how scared I was being in the dark at the time. Through the glass on the door, I could see him scurrying away into the corridors, turning the lights off as he went and disappearing after turning a corner.
Hello, Maiken. Thank you for the 6-month subscription.
While waiting was part of my imagination because of how scared I was. I balled up against a corner and could see shadows.
How was
moving around
Mad
me in the
Day
dark.
going?
I could only cry, lost, without knowing what was happening and why he was doing this. My parents finished work eventually, and when they did, they packed their things and made their way to the lobby to pick me up and go home. When they got there, the security guard was
playing
at the
Monster Hunter.
reception, but I was nowhere to be found. They panicked, of course, and must have shouted 100 different cuss words at the guy. I'm not sure how my dad didn't murder him right then and there.
I have a
When
face
they
mask
first
on.
asked the guy where the hell I
Ooh.
was and what he had done with me, he simply said that he had gone to do the rounds with me, and I must have gotten lost somewhere. This is a building that would take you about an hour and a half to check from top to bottom, even if you're rushing. So, must have gotten lost somewhere is not exactly helpful.
We hung out for 8 hours and
They
now
looked
he's
for
talking to
hours
me.
without finding me. It was only when I saw a far light at the end of the corridors, leading to the lab that I was in, that I got the courage to stand up. rushed towards the door, and started punching as hard as I could. They finally found me there and made the guard unlock the door to get me out. I don't really remember sleeping that night, and if I did, it must have been out of exhaustion. But I know I made my mom stay in the bedroom with me the entire night. Of course, my parents made a complaint against the guard, and when they did and the guy started being investigated, he was actually fired and arrested. Not because of locking me away where he probably hoped no one would find me, but because he had been partnering up with criminals to steal computers and equipment from the building to sell on some shady market, along with the information in the hard drives, and make money off of it. By then, he had stolen a lot of old computers without anyone realizing, and who knows what his plans were for me that night. I'm not convinced that locking a crying child in the middle of the darkness, hidden away in some room, is exactly the most normal behavior if you're not trying to hide them and get them later when everyone else has left and sell them as a part of your product. Luckily, he never had the chance to do that, and I really hope he never got to do it to any other kid.
Damn
About
it,
3
I want
years
him to
ago,
be a crazy killer.
my 21
Yeah.
female was a waitress during the height of COVID. It was my first ever job, and I remember being so excited to start as soon as possible. After all my
Lame.
training was finished and I got my certifications. We closed at 10 p.m. every night at the time, and typically it was just my cook, a 20-year-old guy, and I. Rarely would there be another waitress with me, and I liked it
Hey,
that
hear
way.
me out.
I always worked better
Shut up.
alone, and I didn't really get along with most of the other waitresses anyway,
Shut up.
so it was actually nice. I can remember it was near the end of my time there that this experience happened.
It's
And
a
I'm really happy I
video.
had the circumstance I did at the time. I never could really trust my gut very much because I had mild anxiety and couldn't tell if what I felt half the time was valid or not.
Hear me out,
I
Kiro.
mention this
And
because
she's
when this all went
vulnerable.
down, it felt real. I had an absolute feeling. I had started my shift that
Oh, I'm a
evening around
bad
3 p.m.
person.
I said goodbye to the last waitress, and I was on my own with my cook. Everything was pretty slow and normal until I got a call about one of the specialty items on a limited time menu that we had. The food couldn't be ordered as takeout, and the lady over the phone really didn't take it well. After a little debating, she finally decided to sit and eat instead. I'd say around 10 to 20 minutes later is when I spotted an older looking car pull up, and 3 people came out. 2 men and a woman who looked to be in their 30s or 40s.
Y'all see that? Y'all see
I
his
could tell
arm?
it was the same lady I spoke to over the phone, judging by her attitude coming in. I further confirmed it by asking since I already had a pretty good idea of what she wanted to eat. What I thought was an act of mild embarrassment and pettiness was actually something more sinister later on. Her attitude towards me changed when she saw me. She was much nicer and more cooperative. This didn't ring any bells at first because it was something that most people who wanted to look good in front of others would do.
Yeah.
I sat them at a booth and
crackhead.
took their orders. I noticed they had a red binder and a black pen. Remember this.
Death Note.
I then went to tend to my other customers, as there were a couple other tables I was waiting on. Once I brought their food out to them, they asked me if I knew any realtors. I found this to be fairly normal, as this being a
That
tourist
dude's
vacation
definitely
state
a
it is. It wasn't uncommon for outsiders to be looking for a getaway home.
It
I would
must
say
have
this
a
was
good
reasonable
paint
for me to
to
assume
sniff.
it was
Oh,
nothing if they didn't already look like the unsavory type of people, if you get what I mean. Nonetheless, I gave them the phone number of a realtor I knew closely, since I often went to church with her. There weren't any other notable interactions I really had aside from occasional small talk if I wasn't doing anything or refilling their drinks. It was around 4:30 p.m. now, and they were the last of my tables to leave the restaurant. If any of you are in the food industry, you know that as a server you don't really get breaks. Just a lunch most of the time, and sometimes not even that if it's super busy. So my cook and I took this as an opportunity to take a well-deserved break. We walked out behind them and had a small chat with them. I should mention by now that the front of the restaurant had a disabled ramp coming up to the doors. It was long because the building was on a raised foundation. This is important. Now, I didn't really notice it at the time, but one of the men took my cook to the other side of the ramp, down near the end, and was chatting with him over a cigarette. I was behind the railing at the top of the platform where the ramp plateaued. Luckily, the other man and the woman were on the other side of the railing, about 5 feet below, but in front of me. We were having some small talk, and they started to ask some personal questions, such as if I lived in the area, if I smoked weed, how old I was, etc. I hadn't quite learned yet that telling strangers such personal things wasn't a good idea. However, this for
Hear
some
that,
reason was
chat?
starting to raise some red flags. I gave very vague answers to all of her questions as best as I could. Unfortunately, they still persisted in trying to have some sort of communication with me outside of my work, whether or not I said no. I suppose when they finally realized that I wasn't going to give that information up, the woman finally got to her point. She told me that she had a business offer for me. It was for a cleaning service. I
Not
don't
for a
like cleaning
cleaning
anyway,
service.
so regardless, I would have said no. However, what she said next solidified my answer. She proceeded to tell me that she owned a maid service called the Pretty Kitties Maid Service. She said that she needed pretty and young girls like me, and that she had 10 girls now as it was, and she wanted to expand. She mentioned how they got paid $30K. She didn't specify the time length and how it would be a great opportunity for me to help her with her business. I instantly knew at that point that it certainly wasn't a maid business and I was in danger. However, I didn't understand just how much danger I was in. I politely declined her offer and told her I liked my job as it was, that I was satisfied working for my boss. She tried to further convince me by telling me how easy it was and reiterating how much I'd make under her supervision. She mentioned how she had a van for her business and described it to me. I can't exactly remember what she told me, but I do remember how she told me to follow her to her car. She said she'd show me a picture of her van in her car. Her phone was in her hands. I knew for certain I wasn't going anywhere with her.
The girl might get kidnapped.
I declined yet again and said that I was fine right where I was. I said she could show me on her phone instead, but she was hesitant. After which